Hello, everyone's me, aka NooBrainer. It is almost 11 p.m. I've been playing since 3 p.m., but that's not going to stop us, is it, Pythoner? Let's go.
It is not.
8 hours of Skytear.
Yeah.
And welcome to the losers bracket. Thank you for joining me. You've been in the vaunted winners up until now.
Yes. Somehow I was not expecting to get that far, to be honest.
But now you are here. I've been playing Ashen Pass all day, thanks to our teammate Bearcat, because, you know, we're also degenerates. But
yes.
We'll see. You're running a team that seems remarkably similar to Kirito's. I beat Kirito, so hopefully the same thing's going to happen. But good chance that might not happen. Especially if these objectives come up a lot better for you than they did Kirito.
What did you get in your game?
I don't remember against Kirito, I'll be honest, but I haven't played with Tactician yet today, and that's a big deal. So, we'll see.
I got 2, right? Yep.
Still no Tactician.
Onslaught Tamer.
Still no Tactician. I will take that. This is like the best possible for me.
See, would you like heads or tails?
I'll take tails.
Tails, okay.
This is like the best possible for me.
And you get it.
Okay. I don't want to jinx myself, but I have not lost the flips yet. But I think you want first player, I want second player, so go ahead, take first player.
Okay. Sounds good to me, I guess. And let's see, how am I starting this draft? I think it's probably with Freyhal.
Okay.
And the question is, where do I put Freyhal? An important question.
A very important question. With him going second here, that means I get to see if he's going to go with the green guys or not. So I will say immediately this is different to Kirito.
He started with someone other than Freyhal?
He starts with Brilvar all the time. 100% of the time he starts Brilvar.
Okay, I can see that, yeah. Yeah. I think we'll go there.
Okay. Sakoshi Hokusai.
Sakoshi Hokusai. I think I go Brilvar. Plakali.
Okay. I think you've drafted better than him. Because the big difference here is that he went Takali Zakol after Brilvar and left Freyhal on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be one reason to draft Brilvar first, if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so who the hell do I go? Because he could bring Zakol in as the fourth. He's not going to get that many pillars up right now, but he will get enough up that it could be a problem. But he could also just transition into Shillavi and then have the big blue combos. In which case I need a chemo, because the chemo is my anti-frail. My final option is that I go Yami instead of a chemo, but again, I think I need a chemo. I think I'll just have to stay on top of the pillars game. He's only going to be able to play so many at a time. This feels bad, but we're going to go with a chemo Yami.
Chemo Yami, okay. Yeah, this is... I'm definitely not used to playing this on Ashen Pass. I've not played it hardly at all on Ashen Pass, so... That's where I think you have the advantage here. Probably have a little bit more experience on Ashen Pass than I do.
Today I do, yeah.
Today especially, but I think in general as well. I've played a lot more Tulane. I could take Zakol and do something similar to what he did, but I don't know if that's really where I want to be going. I could also take Shillavi or Gulbjorn, which might make sense.
If you're expecting Takali to die early.
I mean, against Sakoshi, Hogosai, Akimo, Yami, what can you expect other than your heroes to die?
I mean, that's a reasonable suggestion. I really don't want you to pick Sakal.
So I think I'm going to try Gulbjorn in reserve, which might be absolutely the wrong decision, but I don't
Shillavi
really
would have
know.
been the strongest. Okay. I don't know what his list is exactly. And you've picked Gulbjorn, which is different. So, like,
Yeah.
if you are copying his list, I still don't know what you have.
That's part of...
And by
why
copying, I
might be
mean,
doing this.
if you're playing the deck that you worked on together.
He worked on this version a little bit more, I think, after the... We worked on it kind of together at the beginning, and then he worked on it a little bit more after that.
I will say we definitely have a game, because he went Brovazakol to Kali, and I ended up picking Kamaya instead of Akimo. So, we've got a game.
A different game, at the very least.
Mm-hmm. One that scares me, because Frail terrifies me always. Alright, so...
As she should.
This is a great starting hand, other than the fact that I don't have quick shot.
God, what is this hand? What am I supposed to do?
That sounds
with
great to
this
me.
Hand? I mean, it's one of those hands that seems like it's good, but also...
These four are great.
We'll see.
I don't think I need these.
It has lots of cards I want to see, but maybe not exactly everything. I
don't think he plays Snowblind.
I'm mulliganing first. I'm mulliganing a Gathering Storm. I think I'm mulliganing...
I think Gulbjorn has, like, granite skins and stuff on him. I don't think he has any Snowstorm.
Mulligan that? Maybe I'm not.
I don't think he has any Snowstorm at all.
Yeah, we'll mulligan that as well.
So I think I can throw away both these.
Yep, that'll be it for mulligan, so I'll draw 2.
I'm throwing away 2 Clear Mines.
Yep.
And I'm going to draw 2. Okay, I'll take a Doom.
Sure.
Okay. Alright, good luck, have fun. Go ahead when you're ready.
Luck. Yeah. Let's see, we'll start with... I think I want to start with Takali.
So his deck isn't the best at killing people, so I think I just win. I can win. That resolves.
We'll do a Worship.
Yep.
That will go there. And then finally, the age-old question, do I attack or do I lead?
The age-old question.
The age-old question. I feel like it's very possible it's supposed to be lead. Because it's always... Leading is better than just attacking a minion. And so it's a question of how much do I think there's going to definitely be another hero in the lane.
Yes. That is how this game works on Ashen Pass.
Versus, like, Brillivar obviously is going to have a hard time actually attacking a minion unless he can walk up into the center, say, and maybe I don't know that I want to walk my heroes up into the center of the map. That feels dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you could if you wanted to.
I could. It would mean he probably goes down to, 1 armor, maybe 2 if he's shapeshifted, presumably. Which is not terrible, but... it's quite possibly supposed to be a lead here. Frail can always attack a minion later if I want her to.
She really can't. If I go into here, Friel's going to go into here. Okay.
I'll be from hand.
I'll go with Hokusai.
Sure.
Move.
Yep.
Attack.
Yep.
No Dream of Talent? No Stone Barricade? Nothing?
No response.
No response. All right. Dead minion, and then I leave from
Dead
hand.
minion. Leave from hand. Okay.
Look at that, I'm winning by 1. Still have to be very careful, because Gulbion, Frail, Brilvar is such a tanky composition. Like, I kind of want to just win this by Nexus victory, honestly. Which is not easy against, you know, Brilvar, Frail, Gulbion.
And this is the part where going first is very awkward, because I don't want to have to decide whether or not I'm going for the domes yet.
I think second is overpowered on Ashen Pass.
Yeah,
there are definitely decks that can work with going first. I think your deck probably is pretty good at going first, but...
Yeah, it's definitely... I'm definitely mostly fine with going first, but...
I know my deck's pretty terrible going first.
But I would probably... I can definitely understand. I think on Ashen Pass, like on Tulane, I think this deck wants to go first a lot of the time on Tulane. On Ashen Pass, I think it's much less clear. But again, also I haven't played it much, so it's a little hard for me to say for sure, to be honest. If I can still do either of those. You're up by 1 in the lane right now. But
if I just push lane, I do eventually win.
The Onslaught, Tamer are in fact the victory conditions. Okay.
Like, I might genuinely bring in Lord of the Ancestors.
I think we'll go with...
just be attack plays.
Rilvar.
Go ahead.
And he is going
I mean, Arboreal Rites would save him, but from that sort of play. But
move.
Resolves.
Okay. We'll come down... Actually, where do I want to move to? Which dome do I want more?
Which of these two domes? Silent Ambassador or Lord of the Ancestors?
They're both good.
They're both good.
Both very good. They're both very good. I want both of them as the answer.
I mean, that's wise.
I don't know that I
wise.
can get both of them. We'll see. So Lord of the Ancestors is not going to help with the killing. I feel like I'm more scared of you getting Silent Ambassador than Lord of the Ancestors.
Okay.
To be honest. We're gonna go up there. Then Brilvar is going to cast the Flux.
Go ahead. Yep.
And Presence.
Okay. You're definitely taking that dome or drawing, one of the two.
And I think we're supposed to pitch that card and put the other one on top. Yeah, I don't think I want this card later, so we're gonna... And then finally... I've only moved, but we're gonna lead.
Yeah.
Deck, obviously. And then...
You threw away Espionage, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And then... I mean, I guess he worships.
Yeah, I mean, you've got nothing else you can really do.
I've got nothing else to do. I feel like it's unlikely that he needs to be worshipped right away. So he might as well worship Preyhel. We'll do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this makes no sense. We're going to go with the chemo.
Yep.
We're going to move.
Sure.
We are going to worship.
Okay.
Mark into Kali and moving forward 1.
Yep.
And then we're going to skirmish.
Sure.
1, 2 or 2? We'll go here. Sorry, we'll go 1 flip, sorry, and then go here, right?
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah. I'm definitely flipping.
Flip one.
For 3.
3, 1 armor.
No armor. No armor at the time of the flip because you can see. You can see her.
Yes, that's unfortunate. Let's see. I don't have Zakol. Yes, and then it's there. Right. That's
Sorry,
annoying.
I did that a little fast.
No, that's okay. That's annoying. Yeah, I was not thinking about the fact that you would have line of sight right at the time that you actually do the damage.
Yeah.
Because you'd already moved him. I was like, you don't have line of sight.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
I'm glad to see he's already used the flux. That means there's not going to be a
So
sync
that's
round 3.
looking
I can
great.
just go with the Sakoshi and keep him in the
Now-
dome, honestly. Either Frail... Frail could win the
So
dome.
I can either...
So either I win the dome, or I win the lane. No, I always win one or the other.
Start...
But he wins Silent Ambassador, which definitely is going to do a lot of damage to me. Sakoshi, probably.
So you haven't led in the dome, but if I go in and lead in the dome, you're probably going to just come in with Sakoshi and lead. But...
There is that possibility.
And then you'd probably win the lane if I did that. And that would be suboptimal.
Yeah, so you're definitely winning lane 2.
Yeah, and so that's where like I kind of want to contest the dome since you haven't led yet and force you to do that, but then I just lose the lane anyway.
Yeah.
So is it better for me? Tlakali can protect the other 2 minions at the cost of health, which is also annoying, but better. So I think Frail is going to skirmish.
Okay.
We're gonna step hit Hogosai
Yep. It's piercing, but it's nothing.
for nothing. We're going to attack
Yep.
that minion. And is there anything to do other than worship? I think not. So we'll do that.
Okay. So this is awkward because I'm going to waste a card, but oh well.
Here we go.
Yeah, so it is. I'll activate Sakoshi. I'll
No
declare a move.
surprises there.
I'll declare a move.
Sure.
That's not in range. I have to go here. I am going to declare an attack against this minion.
That is fine.
We good?
Yep.
5.
For 5.
Although the ancestors can win me
I
this
don't like, but I think I will take the 5 with Tlakali.
Okay.
That was move attack.
Move
right?
attack. So I still got a skirmish or a worship. But I can't worship anyone. Or a lead, but I've already led. So I am going to go with a skirmish.
Okay.
We're going to go 1, flipping against Akali.
She's in cover.
She is, but she's also worshipped marked, so Sakoshi can see her.
Yes, you're right. Yep, right. Specifically, he can attack her or target her.
But I don't do any damage, because Hogosai still can't see her.
Yes. That's always awkward.
Now the question is, do I move forward, or do I move into the cover hex?
A good question.
So my instincts tell me to move forward. Move into the cover hex. I mean, Silent Ambassador won't be able to skirmish and attack me. She would have to move and attack me. Or swap Hokusai and Sakoshi. But then Brilva has this really good spot to taunt two of us. So I'm going to play around the Brilva. I'm going to go down.
Okay.
And that'll be Sakoshi.
End of round, Tlakali will nourish herself.
And I can't see her from fucking Doom because I'm too far away. Resolves.
Okay. I think that's it then, right?
That's it.
I believe we have a tie in the lane here.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And then I'll take Dome 2 and you'll
okay,
take
you've
Dome
led
2.
with... You only got 2, but, like, I wasn't going to try it.
it's one of those things where I
would have had to have committed 2 heroes and decided I wanted to draw, but if I had decided that would have been really good of me.
Yeah. That's one of those things, it's like, it's hard for me to pitch both and then, lead from hand, because it's,
it's a great bluff opportunity, and the worst comes to worst, you to draw, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's spawn some minions first.
Spawn some minions, indeed. Oops, I'm not that color of minion. I'm this color of minion.
And you place first.
I do, in fact, place first. You get Lord of the Ancestors adjacent to a friendly minion, so
yes.
Pretty much anywhere in the center of the map is where you
Pretty
get
much. I can't go here or here. Those are the 2 hexes I can't go.
Silent Ambassador probably wants to go somewhere like here.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that much. This is the awkward part. Is I want, Sakoshi is the easiest to kill, and I can't quite
Yeah.
use all of my actions on him. Obviously,
Not quite.
not quite. I could also attack minions as a reasonable thing to do, especially since you're getting Lord of the Ancestors. But I don't like you having heroes.
What a coincidence, I don't like you having heroes.
Well, of course.
The outside is considered friendly whilst he's resolving, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only while you're actually activating it. But at that
Yeah, so, because here's the thing. I had a situation against Jack. I let it slide because I was winning hard anyway. But he was like, yeah, no, you don't technically... Hokusai doesn't have line of sight over to Kali because it's the outsider. And I'm like, but it's a friendly hero. Whilst resolving.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I have line of sight on
You
Kali.
do.
Okay. As long as we don't have to get a judge, let's go with that. As long as we get what I want and don't have to go to a judge, we'll go with that.
Now... Oh. I don't like Lord of the Ancestors being able to attack Tlakali. I can swap Silent Ambassador, who is a target hero.
Yes, you could.
With another hero, Lord of the Ancestors.
You absolutely could.
Is that worth doing? I don't know that that's worth doing.
So I have done that. So I have done that before. But the way I did it is I specifically had my Silent Ambassador here, and this was my opponent's minion, not my own minion. Yeah. Right? So that way I swapped him to a position where he couldn't attack couldn't attack a hero or a minion. But you can swap me and I can still hit a minion, so I can still get something out of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like preserving Tlakali's life is good, though.
It is.
So that might be worth doing.
Tlakali cannot protect minions during the outside phase either.
So you can always attack the minion anyway.
Yeah.
Where you are right now. And it's just a matter of trying to extend Tlakali to protect minions later. So I could like swap, attack a minion, and like slow Sakoshi or something like that. Would probably be a fairly reasonable.
You could, yeah.
Fairly reasonable turn. Yeah.
Thing is, I don't want Gulbion.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do.
I don't want Gulbion on this map.
Do the swap.
Okay. So I'm perfectly okay with him wasting a swap.
To attack. How much do I care which minion I attack? This is like always like I don't really. Most of the time it feels like it doesn't matter, and then sometimes it matters. We'll attack. Probably one of the. We'll attack that minion.
Okay.
And finally, what we will do, I think, is going to be Stone Storm.
Yep. Those are typically the three things you do with Silent Ambassador: swap, attack, Stone Storm.
Yeah. And the real question is, you've placed your heroes in a stone.
Yeah, so
fashion.
That's why I decided to move Sakoshi backwards instead of forwards.
Yeah, no, I would have loved to have like hit both Sakoshi and Akimo.
Yeah. But then I couldn't doom the Takali, which is 3 healing.
We're going to place it here and hit.
Okay, just Sakoshi.
Just Sakoshi. So 1 plus
1
will be 2 to Sakoshi.
And he's slow.
And he is slow.
Alright. I still have to do my character.
You do. You're outsider.
Yeah, I do. Alright, so we are going to spawn a minion.
Yep.
We're going to attack a minion.
Yep.
Doing this in a different order would have made sense. We're going to attack this minion.
Yep.
Damn. We're going to move the token.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. A draw is technically a win when you win the Lord of the Ancients, which is why Kirito brings him to this map.
Yeah, it's very possible I was supposed to go after...
But Takali would have potentially, like, straight up died if you'd have gone for the other one.
That's the hard part. It's like it's tough to make these decisions.
I mean, with Nourish, maybe she wouldn't have, right? Like, but when she was down at 7 health, I mean 8 health.
Yeah.
Like 8 health is Silent Ambassador kill levels.
Yeah, probably not dead from 11, but without any armor, she's gonna be very low and then probably die right away.
Yeah.
But...
All right, so that is the Lord of the Ancestors.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to round 2.
Winning by 1. Oh, 2, and I got to throw away 1.
Yeah, I think a large part of me not having really any expectations going into
I'll throw away this charge.
Going into this event was I knew that I don't have as much practice as I might like on Ashen Pass, and so I'm probably not going to just get straight to the grand finals on Tulane.
You're going to lose Tulane at some point, yeah.
I'm going to lose Tulane at some point. I can get, I can probably, at best I can, win a few games and then drop into Ashen Pass, and then I have to play a ton of Ashen Pass, and I'm not as practiced at
You see, I had the exact same belief, except that I didn't expect to fall so quickly.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I guess I should draw.
You should draw cards and start your turn, because you go first.
Right. Yeah, that is how this works, isn't it?
It is how this works.
I have a shapeshifted Freyhel. I have a marked Takali.
I will say, if you hadn't swapped the Lord, then that +5 attack was going at Takali, because I flipped to 3.
Yup.
And that would have been real bad for Takali.
Yeah, that would put her to 6, and then you could potentially Stone Storm plus Skirmish.
Well, no. That's Lord of the Ancient. I'm talking about Lord of the Ancestors. I didn't have Stone Storm on Lord of the Ancestors.
Yeah, if I had gone after the other one.
Yeah.
I guess. But how do I want to do this? I think I'm going first with Plakali.
Okay. So if you hadn't done that, I was going to skirmish attack lead and then have a chemo. Threaten to finish her off.
Probably do.
Chase her down. I don't mind Golbion coming back after Takali's activated, although ideally neither of them ever come back.
Yeah, she's. We're gonna have Twakali do a move.
Yeah.
Move up to here. We're gonna do a worship.
Yeah.
And put a pillar. I mean, I'd like to put one where the ambassador is. Can't do that.
Nope.
So we're gonna put one there.
All right. Are you gonna remove a pillar?
I would. Oh, that's a good question. I probably don't really want as much as I want to heal.
I would love her to do that.
Yeah, we're not going to remove a pillar. Okay. And then final action will be an attack on that minion.
Resolves.
That okay?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, I was muted. Resolves.
Yep, okay. That is Tlakali.
Okay.
It's no longer marked.
No longer marked.
Until you activate a hero and mark her.
Until I activate a hero and mark her.
Oh, actually, sorry. I have a spell to cast with Tlakali, if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the round, yeah, sure.
Yeah. She's going to Bewitch.
Now, that is mean, but it resolves.
Okay, and I will take this minion and spawn that minion.
Uh-huh. I'm building a wall.
Indeed. Making it slightly more annoying to get to her. Still.
I mean, that is definitely slightly more annoying.
At least for like a chemo now. I mean, he can still like move skirmish or something, but and Hogosai is like ranged-ish, but not really.
Mm.
Not as much as Yami is ranged. Yami is basically a ranged hero.
Chemo move, attack lead, kill a minion, deal fuck ton of damage to Kali, or deal fuck ton of damage to Kali. Maybe. Oh, so I could just mark Kali and then Sakoshi can skirmish attack move. I want to win this dome again. I am going to activate Hogosai.
Okay.
He is going to attack this minion.
I suppose that is a thing Hogosai can do.
Will you allow this?
I don't have anything to say about it.
Alright. 4. Doesn't take it onto Kali.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. Sorry.
Yeah, you can definitely choose to take it onto Kali if you want.
That's a hard decision.
It is. That's why I wanted to do it.
I will. I suppose you're probably not going to be attacking minions. Yes, so I will take it.
I will declare a worship.
I mean, worship is
1+ piercing to both.
Worship is fine. I assume it's hitting Plakali.
You would assume correctly. It is hit to Kali.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For 3 to both of us. And I will lead from hand.
Lead from hand. Now that does make things awkward, but that's probably okay. Um, I think Freyhel.
If Freyhel moves near chemo, I could maybe kill her. Because I can do.
It's so tempting to attack Hogosai here. We are going to be activating Freyhel. It's very possible I'm supposed to be killing minions.
Okay.
But we're going to attack Hogosai.
You are piercing. Yep.
I am piercing.
Go ahead.
That is 4 to Hogosai. I think I would like to. I'd like to lead and worship and maintain shapeshift, or would I like to?
This means bad because I need a chemo to be able to worship over here and skirmish.
The extra damage is probably not.
That's a possibility.
But yeah, we're going to lead.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be from hand, and then exhaust.
And worship yourself again.
Yes.
So if I move, attack, kill a minion for definite, and then skirmish back. Sakoshi skirmishes in, kills this minion, skirmishes in, kills this minion with a worship, and then moves to lane 2. If I kill 2 minions, we're equal. If I lose by 1, I can always push it again. That sounds reasonable to me. Or could I provoke the beast, just kill Takali right now? Is keeping provoke the beast any good? If I kill Takali, Golbion spawns. Akimo could go after Golbion. I'm going to go with Sakoshi.
Okay.
I'm going to declare a skirmish.
Sounds good.
1, 2, flipping against Takali.
Sure.
+3.
Ouch. But it's Takali to 1.
Well, that's interesting. So I could worship a kill a minion. Or I could have just provoked the beast. Get that tamer kill. But if I move, worship attack, Golbion's going to go. Golbion's going to take 6. He's going to go 12. Then he's going to take another 4. Go to like 8. And that might be good. Or I can, with Provoke the Beast, I can kill an extra minion. I can kill 2 minions. Worship, kill a minion. Attack, kill a minion. Provoke the Beast, kill a minion. Okay, I can move. Attack, skirmish. All 4 minions could die. I mean, I think I just have to take the kill, but... I'm going to declare a worship.
I'm going to declare a worship. Would kill Takali if I tried to save the minion, which would be...
I'm going to give it... I'm leaving it your choice, because I don't know whether to go for minions now or not.
Fair enough. I
And this can
bother?
give me some serious information. Because if I worship, he heals, and he tries to heal, I can doom, and I've baited out the
I
heal.
can't do that, which is annoying, but maybe I should be doing that.
After all, it's only
Yeah,
one
that's
plus.
fine.
Resolves.
Resolves.
I'm gonna go for this penta minion.
Sure.
Dead minion. Unless you
Good
take
minion.
2.
I will make you work harder to get Tlakali to actually die.
Okay. I'll say, I am surprised I got away with that greed. I'm gonna play Provoke the Beast.
Provoke the Beast. Targeting
Silent Ambassador.
Silent Ambassador. Well,
Oops.
that's not okay.
So I needed Takali to not die so I could worship and kill a minion first.
That's not a scenario I was thinking of as like of you wanting Tlakali to not die. That's
The +3 let me do a very interesting game. I wanted the minion to die so that Sakoshi didn't have to use his attack on it.
well, no, it's even worse because Tamer is a thing, right?
Yes.
That's yeah. The +3. Oh, that's gonna kill me. Yep. No, that
Resolves.
resolves.
Attacking Takali.
Yep.
Dead Takali.
Yep. Dead Tlakali.
It's awkward because I didn't want Golbion in. I think Takali's weaker than Golbion, so I was like, I don't really want Golbion in when he's got 2 other blue heroes, but I think I've just got to take the kill when I can take the kill, you know?
Yeah, I mean, so that's honestly why I brought Reserve, is because Tlakali is going to help me. Is hopefully going to help me win the lane. Obviously, that didn't happen. And push the lane a little bit, die, and then Golbion comes in and starts killing your heroes. Was kind of the idea.
Yeah.
But I was planning on you having to spend an action to do that and not getting a point. Fortunately, I think getting the second point on Tamer is going to be a lot harder.
Oh, you do you?
I mean, my heroes are all above 16 health, and I have a Brilvar on the field, so... And there's no mages.
I'm going to attack this minion.
Yep.
This
That's
way.
Unfortunate, but...
Sakoshi. Oh, both ones. That was good. That chose a minion as well. This way, Sakoshi kills 2 minions on his turn and still gets the Tamer. The greed.
That was about the worst way that turn could have gone for me. I should have killed Tlakali to save the minion.
I mean, how could you have expected that, though?
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, it's so...
My thing was so innocuous, right? It was so innocent and sweet. I'll let you make that decision for me, Python.
Oh god, that was so bad.
Because if I killed from the thing, I mean, I still got the kill. It was the equivalent of me attacking.
Yeah, no, that was yeah. Okay, so
It was purely a smart play, I think. Unless you had a bunch of healing, because if you had a bunch of healing and then healed over the 2, it would be like, ugh.
Yeah. Let's see, what does Brilvar want to do? Obviously, I would like to kill minions so that I don't continue to lose the lane. That would be nice.
Technically, we are equal.
I mean, but a chemo can come in and kill a minion.
He can.
He can.
If I really want to, I can win this. By like 2 and take a tower point, I think.
Now, the question is...
Assuming I don't have any quick shots or anything. I have only been killing minions away from me.
I do things that way, then that puts you at... that's not good, but not bad, I think. Maybe? I don't know. It's hard to say. We're going to do what I was thinking. Brilvar is going to move.
Okay.
He's going to attack a minion.
Okay.
And he's going to skirmish.
Go back. Makes sense.
And step
We
back
each have our chosen outsider.
the one brought by not us.
Mm-hmm. That's brutal. So I would love right now to keep a chemo in here and get a tower kill, but I mean the outsider is worth so much more than that. So then the question is, do I want to kill Gulbion or the Sartan Ambassador?
What? Oh, you mean in terms of... Why would you want to kill the Silent Ambassador? Oh, just so I can't keep getting it, or...
We have
As a hero kill, I guess?
Onslaught on the board.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Although, that's something that I could also steal from, right?
Yes.
Like, that one you have to be careful with. You're playing...
Absolutely, absolutely. The thing is, I'm just in a really good... Akimo could just literally worship the Silent Ambassador and be there, right?
Yeah, you could worship Silent Ambassador, attack for 5++. But...
Yeah, I mean, this is probably a hiding to nothing, let's be honest here, but like... It sounds almost reasonable.
Yeah.
It sounds almost reasonable to halve its health. Because, I mean, Gulbion and Frail are danky!
Yep. That's not untrue. They have at least as much, if not more, armor, and basically similar health, and Frail heals herself and everyone else now, and yeah. Frail does not heal Silent Ambassador.
I'm gonna move.
That is definitely a line of play I would not have thought of myself, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. I'm
It's
gonna
like
move.
you attack outsiders when there's hunting for power, not when there's other...
It's actually quite reasonable to do on Ashen Pass when your opponent's playing blue and they've got all this shapeshift nonsense.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm gonna move.
Sure.
I'm going to attack this minion. After all that, I'm going for a minion.
Yep.
Okay, and there were ones, so we're good. And then I'll skirmish.
And you'll skirmish, okay?
Flipping against Gulbion.
Yep.
Yay!
You did A damage.
A damage to the tankiest member of his team. And I will move back.
That's not the tankiest.
Here.
Where's the tankiest?
He has the most health. Gulbion has the most health.
Yeah, yes, technically, but like...
Now, let me just check discard power for a sec. Two sinkholes, two rampants, one bewitch. No psychic shields, but you probably don't even run those.
And this is the part where it continues to be awkward because we tie in the lane and you push it closer to...
I will not do anything at the end of my round.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I chose the wrong outsider potential, but if I choose the other,
No, you got to choose that outsider for the Tulane though, right?
Well, no, I mean in terms of which one I went for at the beginning.
Oh, right,
it's just awkward because if I give you Silent Ambassador, many terrible things to me.
Yes.
Whereas you pushing the lane a little bit at least isn't kind of in line with the main thing your deck is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, especially now that I have Gulbjarn, I might be more suited to killing heroes than you are suited to pushing the lane super hard.
Right.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So.
Yeah, I mean, I beat Kirito with Kamaya because Kamaya is more of my pushing hero. Akimo is not my pushing hero.
Yeah. Whoops, that's Lord of the Ancestors.
So we draw in the lane. Let's show a card.
Whoops. Yes, let's show that in fact happens. It does.
Yep.
And then I get to place not the outsider. That's where I place Silent Ambassador.
I'll move him for you. No, wait, he technically is still there. You can't place him in that spot.
I can't put it there specifically.
So we'll just remember that.
I'm probably going like here. Oh yeah, we spawn minions, don't we?
Yeah.
That's the thing we do. One of mine obviously goes one of them there.
Here. Technically, we were supposed to do that at the same time, but whatever. Because we drew.
No, technically you go first. As second player, you place first.
Oh, okay.
That's probably here. Probably.
Oh, I made a mistake.
Really
I can get hit by Chemo and Sakoshi. Whoops.
That's probably the...
There's the Lord of the Ancestors.
Yep. Silent Ambassador is probably... I mean, how can I not Stone Storm 2 heroes? I guess technically I could...
Yeah, I made a big mistake with that. I was supposed to move Chemo here, wasn't I? And I was debating between the two. Yeah, I should have just moved it.
The real question, though, is am I supposed to hit Hokusai?
Oh, because you could also hit Hokusai Sakoshi, yeah.
I don't have to move to hit Hokusai Sakoshi.
You don't.
But if I move, I hit Akimo Sakoshi.
Because Hokusai's got the armor.
And I probably care a little bit more about Akimo being slow than to be honest. I think. And like you said, Hokusai has the armor, so the damage is probably... I'd have to flip, what, a 3 to... No, I'd have to flip at least a 2, which is... And if I flip a 2, I only do 1 damage to Hokusai, which is awkward. It's probably... So if I move Stone Storm... Is it worth swapping anyone? Or do I could move Stone Storm and swap Akimo with the Ancestor or something silly like that. I don't know that that's good though. Or I could attack someone, try to get like Sakuchi more dead. Is not unreasonable. It's awkward that Hokusai is the one who's lost the most health.
You've been hitting Hokusai the most with Frail. Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I hit a Hokusai with Frail, and Hokusai hurts himself. So I think it is supposed to be we're going to Stone Storm Akimo Sakoshi.
Okay.
Or 3 damage.
You got some good damage there.
Yes, Sakoshi down.
I mean, that was 6 damage.
Yeah, it's not bad. Slow both of them too is fine. Perfectly reasonable to be doing.
Maybe now I kill the Son of Esther?
I could even do that, which would be interesting. I don't know that that's right. I think we're going to... It's probably attack Sakoshi here.
Okay.
Yep, we're going to attack Sakoshi. For 4. Put Sakoshi down to 6. And then you get Lord.
Yep. I am going to spawn a minion.
Yep.
Pillars don't matter anymore. Or maybe they do. I'm going to attack this minion.
Sure.
And then I am going to move this minion to here.
Interesting. Yep, that makes sense.
So the idea here is that Gulbjorn
you don't want to get Gulbjorned?
Take this spot. Can't Gulbjorn and hit both Kimo and Sakoshi. Yeah, I don't. I really don't.
I mean, but I wanted to Gulbjorn you.
Understandable.
Not that Galbeon actually does that much damage, because he'd be all the way over.
Yeah, I know,
so
but
I don't
still.
think actually Galbeon.
You might move the other guys up, and then it gets a problem.
Like, even if you were assuming worst case I had a ramp cast, it's still not that much damage. Although
Sakoshi's at 6. I think it could be.
It could be enough to maybe kill Sakoshi. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Well, and I guess we should clean up and move on to the next round.
Yeah, let's do that, because I have a choice to make of which card I discard, because you've made me not have to lead very much.
And I do have to draw my cards. That is a thing I get to do. Interesting.
Quick shot is useless when I'm going to kill with Sakoshi, but if I don't get Sakoshi, it's not going to work, but because it's Psychic Shield, I'm totally going to get Sakoshi.
Very interesting.
I'm going to mulligan 1. I'm going to throw away the 1.
Right,
Wait, no, I have 2 cards. Why do I have so many cards? Oh yeah, I killed someone.
Yeah, you drew 2 because you killed. Yep.
Kind of need Psychic Shield to survive. I'd love to double doom someone, though. Double doom and release is nice.
All these minions are in the way.
Double doom people. I think I'll keep the 1 doom. Alright, threw away 2 cards.
Okay.
Yes. There's a lot of minions in the way. Not all my fault.
I mean, it's more your fault than mine somehow.
But look at this! You know how Hokusai can't go to Frail or Burvar. It's so sad.
I mean, you mean he can't skirmish to them? Sure.
Sure, and that's a big part of it.
I mean, you know, like, how is this supposed to go? I mean, I guess if he wants to do that and that, well, but then I can't do that. Oh. But maybe I'm not doing that, so I can do that instead. 9
cards left in the deck.
Yeah, so that's probably definitely.
I see 2 rampants, 2 sinkholes. Don't see the third of either. 2 bewitches, though. No Arboreal Rights. He might still have an Arboreal Rights, too.
I feel like it's very possible I'm supposed to be wailing on Hogo with Frail, because that's...
Hokusai is only at 2 health left.
Well,
sorry, 10 health left, should I say. What the hell?
I wish Hokusai were at 2 health. That would make him really easy to kill. He would be really easy to kill. I think...
Okay, I have 3.
I think we go ahead and we're going to start with Freyhel.
Okay.
She is going to attack Hokusai.
Okay, that resolves.
Okay, 2 damage.
Okay, well that's not part of the Hokusai killing plan.
I would have liked for that to have been more by a lot.
Yep.
But because Frail's going to nourish Hokusai.
In response to that, I know it's not your sacrifice, but I'm going to Psychic Shield.
Oh, that card is not supposed to be cast. That card's not supposed to be cast. Yep. Okay. Well, that's a whole lot of nothing.
That poor stack.
Frail is going to skirmish.
Resolves.
Oh, right, I already did that thing. So she's going to hit Hokusai.
Yep.
1.
For 1.
Hokusai could have been at 4. See what you did? And then she's going to step here. She's going to cast a Bewitch.
Yep.
And try to not lose the lane again.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then she is going to lead.
Okay. In response to that lead declaration. Hang on.
Oh, okay, in response to lead.
Hokusai is going to play a Doom targeting Gulbjorn.
A Doom targeting Gulbjorn. Hogosai. Are you really that scared of Gulbjorn like hatred?
Does it resolve? I am.
I mean, sure, it resolves.
2.
That's unfortunate.
Well, you might lead from a deck with better now.
That's true. I will still lead from deck.
All right. I activate Chemo.
Sure.
I'm going to skirmish.
Yep.
Flipping at Scorpion.
Yep.
1 damage.
1 through.
I'm going to worship.
Yep.
Gulbjorn.
Yep. And then attack.
I'm going to play Demonic Possession.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not attacking. I'm not just attacking you. I am attacking you, attacking you, attacking you. And that's why I needed to doom you.
Wait, so let me. I probably have a.
Yeah. But I wanted to try and get rid of as much mana as I could there.
That's super awkward though, because I don't want to have to do this. So that's. So you have skirmished. You have.
I have skirmish, worship. This is my last action.
This is your... Well, no, you're casting this, which will get you an immediate attack.
Which will get me an immediate attack, yes. And then I can decide if I want to keep attacking or not. That's fair.
Yeah. Well, that is too much damage.
Yep.
And so Brilvar has something to say about it.
Okay. What does Brilvar have to say about it? Because he's in the dome.
Crap. He can't quite say anything about it. That is
why I doomed Gulbjorn.
That is, yep, okay, well, Gulbjorn might just die here.
Yeah.
That's 15 plus a bunch of cards.
Clips, yeah.
I think that wins you the game. I don't think I'm going to be able to come back with Gulbjorn dead.
My question... So, I made a risk because I had 2 dooms in hand and threw one of them away. I was like, you know what? If Frail moves out of cover, maybe I need to doom twice. Maybe I need 2 dooms, but I threw one away, and then you used all your mana, and I'm like, thank God for that.
Yeah.
And I put that minion there specifically so that you wouldn't do Gulbjorn in the first activation. Alright. Resolving.
Yep.
Alright. Attack 1.
Yeah, because...
Is going to hit for 7.
This is a dead...
Attack 2. Going to hit for 7. Attack 3. Is going to hit for 8.
Yep.
And that's a chemo.
Well, that could have gone better.
It definitely could have.
Yeah, Brilvar being the positioning the way it was.
Yes.
Now I wish Gulbjorn was.
Well, I could have just moved.
That wouldn't have been quite.
No, I couldn't move. I couldn't. No, I would have still got there. But I guess.
Skirmish damage in.
No, I don't think you could have done anything still because he's.
Well, yeah, no, I was just saying you would have moved instead of.
I was slowed, so.
Oh no! I mean, so you couldn't have gotten to.
I could have. I would have skirmished. I would have worshipped, and the worship would have moved me.
Yeah. So that would still, and then Gulbjorn.
There was no way the skirmish damage mattered.
If you can't tell, I have a sinkhole in hand.
Yes. I checked your discard pile and was like, I don't see the 3rd sinkhole.
Yeah.
This could be a problem.
That's super
I don't see a 3rd sinkhole. I don't see any sacrifice. I think the sacrifice might be on Shillavi, though.
I was almost going to bring Brilvar out of the dome first.
That was the correct play. To either activate Gulbjorn or bring Brilvar out of the dome first, so you had your full concentration of mana. If Gulbjorn had done what Frail did, kind of, he could have...
I wasn't expecting a chemo to do, like...
Yes.
30 damage, though.
But that is what a chemo does.
But I haven't played against a chemo enough to, like, have faced that many times. To actually have had a chemo do, like... Sure. It's
well,
like
so I would say that a Rampant Hatred would also have killed him, probably.
Yeah, I guess part of the problem is that not having armor, really.
Yeah.
The armor would help a lot.
Oh, that's a good point. If you was here, you would have got your armor.
Yeah. Well, then, I don't think there's much I can do at this point with you having 2 kills.
Yep.
It's not like I can effectively kill Sakoshi or...
Not with a Brilvar.
Not with a Brilvar. Brilvar could do that, but that doesn't actually do anything. And you still have Hogosai and Sakoshi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really don't think there's going to be anything I can actually do. I probably... I can't effectively go after your heroes. I need to not lose the lane by a lot, which probably involves stepping out of the dome and killing a minion. You can go for both domes then, which is terrible. Am I supposed to stay in the dome? Like, this is one of those times where it's like but it's not like quite set in stone enough that I'm like.
So
okay,
I'll give you some advice. Like, if you don't move Brilvar out and lead. Oh, Frail's led. She's led already. Never mind.
Yeah, Frail led. I mean, it could be a 1.
It could.
Right?
I was gonna say, because if you don't step Brilvar out, I have Sakoshi and Hogosai, and they can kill the last 3 minions because you're stood next to a minion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I'm supposed to come out. It's just if it's kind of damned if I.
Yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Because if I step out, maybe I don't lose the lane, at least not by as much at the very least. But then you just go take both domes and annihilate me that way.
Yeah.
Well,
there is something you could do. You could use up your sinkhole and make it so Sakoshi can't go in that 3rd dome.
Yeah, I could do that.
But that does use up a
That is very
sinkhole.
true. I mean, that might be worth it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think either way, I think I am supposed to. We're gonna skirmish out of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
There. We're going to attack a minion.
Yep.
And last one's probably supposed to be lead for deck. I could also move if I want to be more sure about you not being able to met, but it's like I don't think it actually matters that much. And I think just if I lead from deck, there's less likely that I get utterly obliterated. But again, not really in any kind of possibility of winning of a position here.
Mm-hmm. So I am going to go with Sakoshi.
Yep.
I am going to mark Frail.
That is fine.
And I will shoot at this minion.
Yep.
That minion that's been a thorn in my side.
I guess I can finally get adjacent to people now.
Yeah.
Probably.
I am going to play Shuriken Storm, so you was definitely damned.
Okay. Well, yeah. When you have all your ultimates, that's what I mean. Obviously, that's kind of overkill at this point, to be honest. But
and I'm going to target and go attack this minion.
Can't do anything.
So the reason why I have to do it like this is because if I attack Frail, I think you can just move her out and the whole thing whiffs, or does it just hit everything anyway?
I think it whiffs because it had a target and the target's no longer. Right?
I think it might do. I should really chest. I don't know how my own heroes work a lot of the time, because it very rarely do I play Shuriken Storm and have it not win me the game from killing all the minions.
Yeah, so let's see. I can't effectively move Sakoshi out of the way because sinkhole him into the dome.
You can't even sinkhole me into the dome.
Yeah, because the closest Brill of Archon target is here, and then
Yeah.
way to put the... Yeah. That would have been a potential reason to try to move or something, but like... It's like if you have the Shuriken Storm as well...
Yeah. I mean, this is just overkill, I admit, fully.
Yeah, yep, that happens. You get to do a bunch of damage, 3++. My minions are going to die, and Frail's going to take a bunch of damage, probably.
Oh, only 4.
Only 4.
But no
that's
armor.
Not terrible.
Quick math. 1, 2, 3, 4 against 2. So, I'll take down 2 towers. So I will definitely go for the dome. I will skirmish.
And this is where I do get to say...
No, you don't get to skirmish.
And we're going to go ahead and use the fancy...
Oh, okay.
And
is this supposed to be better than that? Okay.
I think that's a known issue with it.
Do you want to move my heroes around?
No, damn it.
Do you want to move my heroes around?
I mean...
You can also move the ambassador.
Matters. I can't do much moving. I can like put Sakoshi here. I don't like... I think I'd rather just put Hokosai farther away, not that it matters. Yep, that's it.
Alright, well, I will flip against Frail.
Yep.
1.
And she will actually take that damage, which makes me sad.
And that is
really
Sakoshi.
Yep. I guess maybe it would have been more worth it to just use the sinkhole to stop you from taking the other dome,
instead.
I guess. Yeah, but I don't think it really matters.
I will activate Hokosai.
Indeed.
I am going to skirmish.
Skirmish, do some damage, attack, and...
Move in, finish you off with the outsider.
Yeah.
Skirmish.
Yep.
2. Attack.
Down to 9, attack.
5.
5. Yeah. And now the problem, the
move.
The annoying part about moving into the dome is that now I have armor. Although I guess you can swap.
I can swap Hokosai. I can swap Hokosai with Lord of the Ancestors or Brilvar just fine.
Yeah, and then obviously then you're using 1 less.
Yeah, but I mean it's 4 damage base.
1+, so unless you're packing -1.
No.
That's a good game.
Good game.
Yeah, I'm very much not sold on this deck on Ashen Pass. And more just playing it because any other deck I play, I'm going to not be at all familiar with.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a little bit, that I think that's pretty important too. Yeah.
So like Kirito has 2 options. He was gonna either you bring in the Shillavi and you go for like the full Suicide Squad package, which my deck does beat. We've tested it many times. My deck does beat, but it's not the best. It's not. It's still. It's not a good matchup, but it's a beatable matchup, right?
Yeah.
It's like 60-40 sort of thing. Or you can bring the Zakol and you can do the Umburial Rites plays, which my Kamaya hard counters, but my Akima really doesn't hard counter. But then you're really locked into a strategy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I don't.
Because it's a one-trick.
I don't think Suicide Squad, even before all the new cards, I don't think it was that great on Ashen Pass. It was kind of okay, but I think runs into some of the same problems. I think the issue I have with this deck that kind of exacerbates some of the issues is that, like, I think there's more of a dichotomy between the 2 halves of the deck of do you bring Zakol Tukali or do you bring Shillavi Gulbjarn, and you can sort of mix that up a little bit and bring like just Tukali. And that can be okay, but I do think, at least thinking about like just Tulane before all the new cards, I think Suicide Squad had so many options that you could bring like almost any combination of heroes depending on the objectives, and you could find like exactly the right balance of how much control are you trying to do, in the lanes, how much hero killing are you trying to do, and that was one of the really well, like between like Frail just being able to obliterate Outsider in one activation if Hunting for Power is around, or you can go maybe not as hard full control deck that is specifically designed to do that, but you can go hard enough that it works against most decks. I think this iteration has kind of made some of those things more intensified in a way. Like early writes Underground Tunnel Safeguard on Zakol, where he's like, you're not bringing him unless you're absolutely definitely going after like pushing the lanes as hard as you can. Whereas like previously we had like we'd bring Astrida and Ekrit, and both of those maybe the cards wouldn't line up as well, but they were less completely shoehorning you into a strategy. And also I think the heroes were a little bit like Astrida in a more aggressive game can harm enemy. Wasn't always useful depending on how things worked out, but could be very influential. Ekrit obviously can is less relevant in the more aggressive games, but I love the ability of Ekrit to be in the dome and kill a bunch of minions in a lane. To like, if you have something like you're going up against like a Breach plus Skytear Master or something, it can be really nice to be like, okay, I'm gonna kill some of the minions and not lose, at least hopefully, on the Breach, and then I'm going to still have Ekrit, though, contributing to the dome for Skytear Master, but...
It's awkward when you're doing it for Tulane, at the end of the day. When you're doing it for Tulane and Ashen Pass at the end of the day, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's really hard.
I don't think the problem is, I don't think the old Suicide Squad really works as well, though. I think they had to adapt.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think it's...
I don't think you can go back to those days.
New cards and new heroes, I don't... If we were to run literally the same list, I don't... And even with some changes, it's, I think better than without the changes, but I don't think it's nearly as kind of... I felt like that was a deck that I could just take to any Tulane game that I went to, and I won... I mean, it's not like it's a huge sample size, but I won like 20-something games in a row before I lost.
Yeah. I mean,
so, like,
as we all know, Leviathan are overpowered as heck on Tulane.
Yeah, they're still hold up very well on Tulane. I think that's one of the things, though, is I don't think it works nearly as well on Ashen Pass. I think even before.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. I think the way that I never expected. I expected Ashen Pass to be very, to be like pretty different, but I don't think I ever expected it to be this different as it has in terms of like what actually works versus what doesn't. It's and like kind of, I think like you were saying, like it really makes it tough to build a deck that works well on
like
both.
to me, my deck is the best deck I could find that was good on both, right? Like, this is best. This is one of the best Ashen decks. Not the best Ashen build, but it's the best Ashen lineup, I think, of Hokusai, Sakoshi, Yami on bench. I think this is the best.
I think that's definitely up there. Yeah, I'm
on
definitely
Ashen Pass.
very
And then it's just a case of
on...
trying to make it as good as possible for Tulane, which I think I have. I think I made it pretty good on Tulane, but it's not as good as a Leviathan.
I think...
And Shade Risk is
I think I'm pretty sold on, like, Hokusai, especially being incredibly powerful no matter what map we're talking about. And I was very much considering going with... We included both of them. But I also actually really liked Michael's Nupton list quite a bit. But that was kind of the other main one that I was really kind of considering. Because I don't think I had enough time to like refine any kind of actual list, including Hokusai Yami, as much as I do want to play them. Because I think they are some of the best heroes if we're talking on both maps.
Well, it's funny because people don't expect it, but Miami's always the bench on Ashen Pass.
I mean, yeah, I think one of the things interesting about Ashen Pass is that, you know, it can be fine if you put you know, a really good hero on the bench, because that makes your opponent really scared
Yeah.
of killing any of your heroes.
Like,
And
so my thinking is, if a chemo is on the bench, you can play around that. You can set up a situation where a chemo can't really do much on his turn.
yeah,
You can't play around a Yami.
yeah, Yami is just so, like, Yami's basically a ranged hero.
And when people
In
go
a lot of
against me,
ways.
they can't really afford to split the damage between a chemo and Sakoshi. They're gonna have to kill one of them first.
Yeah, you're kind of forced to kill one, because otherwise they just obliterate.
So Akimo is kind of like this suicide bomber who just goes in and does as much damage as he can before he dies, and then you've got the Yami who's going to finish it all up. But if they go for Sakoshi, they're leaving Akimo around. Round 3, he's going to destroy you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there were a bunch of things I think green-based builds that are probably also really good. One of the things that I ran into kind of towards, you know, in the last week, I played against, oh god, I forget who it was. Yeah, I forget who it was. Who had a green list that brought Ixotosk, Kotlik, Ixotosk, Kotlik. How am I forgetting green heroes' names?
They're all over here, you know.
Yeah. Let's see, Ixotosk, Kotlik, Zakol, and who's the fourth one?
Nankata?
Or was that an Ashen Pass game? It was definitely those 3, but the idea with those 3, Aqua kills heroes, Takali.
The idea.
But yeah, so the idea basically is those are all heroes that can be pretty aggressive, maybe less so.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember who maybe it was, I think it was Sakoshi, the last hero.
Yep.
But part of it is this looks like a very aggressive lineup.
Yep.
And then round 3 comes and they destroy every single have and spawn a bunch of minions.
Yeah.
At least if they have all the ultimates, which obviously won't happen every game, but at least having 4 ultimates that was something that I found very interesting. And obviously there's cards in red and green that can be used very effectively in control game between quick shot, shield slam, and things like that. You have burial rites if you're really wanting to go for it, but you know, maybe not if you're trying to be fairly aggressive. Well, but that was something I found very having enough cards and heroes that kind of don't necessarily look particularly controlling, and then being able to kind of save yourself on turn 3 ideally.
Yeah, I mean, my alternative to that is just have heroes that are in fact very aggressive, and the control game will play itself out as your opponent has to play around your aggro.
Yeah,
like, I win a lot of games on Ashen Pass through Nexus Destruction because they can't afford to give me domes.
Yeah, no, I think one of the things that I think is I didn't necessarily spend as much time, but I find that especially when you're building for, at least in my experience, I've found that it doesn't work quite as well. The just kind of kill heroes to avoid them being able to win a control game, I find does not work nearly as well on Tulane. On Ashen Pass, I think it can work really well, and I think that's part of why
Just gotta go second.
It can be really hard to build a deck for both, because I think Ashen Pass can tend to skew a lot more aggressive than Tulane can.
Yep.
Because obviously you can have 2-lane games that are just everyone piles in the dome and beats on each other, but you can also have games that are like left breach, right breach invasion.
Yeah.
And
I
you're
mean,
just like,
I
well,
don't like having victory conditions in this game, right? I've said
Yeah,
it
I
before.
think-
I'll say it again. I don't like
yeah.
victory conditions, and I play the aggro deck, so that tells you something, right? But to me,
yeah, to be
the control decks win by cheating because they usually win by a victory condition. They don't actually win by Nexus Destruction.
now.
I think my
now, I
aggressive
would
decks are
say
better at Nexus Destruction.
As someone who's played a fair amount of control decks, I feel like control would be a little bit better on Ashen. The objectives, because there's not really much in the.
Yeah.
There's just literally only tactician, and tactician is.
I don't think Ashen Pass
do
should have
on
objectives
Ashen
either. I don't think either game should have objectives. It should just be a core MOBA experience.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Because sometimes the objectives just ruin the game. It's like you're winning and oh no, arbitrary victory condition lost, like invasion. Just randomly got invaded.
Yeah, I think on the other hand, that could make some games take a lot longer.
Absolutely, it would make games take a lot longer.
Which
I don't know how the hell control versus
I think
control is
Ashen
supposed to
Pass-
win unless they do some aggroing. Because that's the thing, when two sides are equally defensive, they need to be attacking. And control decks can survive without ever attacking anything because victory conditions will eventually go their way.
Yeah.
They'll eventually win that Skytear Master, or they'll eventually win that breach. And then if they win that breach, they don't have to then finish the Nexus, which when they've only got one hero left, it's like, oh. Right?
I mean, like on Tulane, I think there's less of that, just because once you actually kill a tower, it can be really hard to defend unless you have something like Hokusai Sakoshi ultimates, some of the green ultimates like
Windblast.
the Kotlik, I think. But those things like that where you can just, or like I guess dragon punch as well, wind blast. There are a bunch of outs, but if you aren't running any of those, you can just be like, well, I can't do anything about 15 8 minions or whatever it is.
All right.
And you're less likely to have only one hero, at least on Tulane where everyone's respawning. But
All right, I think we should call it here, man. I really need to talk.
Sounds
So it's
good.
been me, GameSlay99, aka NooBrainer. There's Python. Any last words?
no, I think that was a good game.
All right. Thank you for watching. I have like 2 more games and then the Ashen Pass finals, maybe?
Yep. If you manage to win the next, or wait, is it? No, I think. Wait a second. I always have to double check because I always.
Yeah, there are 3 more rounds left for me, and then if I win those 3, then I've got the final. So me, GameSlay99, aka NooBrainer. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So
Signing off.